Hey everyone and welcome to Method's Rime Guide for Fellowship. I sank many hours into the closed tests and betas just so I could teach you everything you need to know to succeed without stress or frustration. So let's dive right in. On screen right now you'll see a quick cheat sheet. I'll be going through everything more in depth throughout the rest of the video, but here's your no fluff guide. Everything is subject to change, however if you want a quick pick up and play without thinking, well here it is. Rime is a ranged spellcaster who utilises Winter's Orbs to cast powerful spells. The amount of potential this hero has with such a simple rotation is actually amazing, and to top it off you have excellent mobility. You'll generate Winter's Orbs with a few of your core rotational abilities, and spend them with powerful abilities like Glacial Blast on single target or Ice Comet for multiple. The more orbs you generate, the more damage you can do. These orbs are actually shown beneath your character and you'll be wanting to keep an eye on this. With Rime, the majority of your gameplay will revolve around an early talent called Winter's Embrace. It essentially provides you with a small burst window and your goal is to fit in as much damage as possible inside. I'll talk more about this and how to press your buttons later, but that's the gist of it for now. As Rime, our entire playstyle revolves around the talents we pick. With Winter's Embrace giving us a powerful burst window, Rime deals significant damage really early on and only scales well with further talent points. As you unlock points throughout your journey, different nodes will require different investment, which means our options can be quite free-flowing, but I've gone ahead and made it as simple as possible for you all, outlining what I believe to be the best general setup you can have at every stage. So your talent timeline will look like this. Your first 2 points will go into Winter's Embrace, your third goes into Burst Bolter, and so on. On screen you'll have a stage by stage breakdown highlighting all of the talents chosen, so just follow along and you'll be grand. The build does shift around, so keep an eye on where the talent points are being allocated and feel free to pause the video at any moment to double check things. There is also a talent point counter at the top to help identify with how many points are being used at each stage, but of course you're free to mix and match and try different things out, just have fun with it. As Rime, your goal is to fit as much damage into your Winter's Embrace burst windows as possible. To do this we'll be needing to prep by building Winter's Orbs. I'll quickly reiterate the basics in case you skipped ahead. Rime's kit revolves around Winter's Orbs that you build and consume with rotational abilities. You generate these orbs with your main filler ability Frostbolt, as well as Cold Snap, Freezing Torrent and Bursting Ice, and then you spend them with Glacial Assault and Ice Comet depending on whether you're hitting a single target or multiple. Our entire playstyle revolves around a talent called Winter's Embrace. When you apply Bursting Ice to an enemy, it gives you an increased damage done for 3 seconds. It doesn't sound like a very long time, but you can fit everything you want into this window. With this in mind, let's get into it. On single target, your priority will look like this. You'll want to Bursting Ice and then immediately Glacial Blast if you have orbs. If not, you'll want to Freezing Torrent. After that, you'll have one more GCD inside your Winter's Embrace window to hit a Cold Snap. Outside of this window, you'll use Cold Snap to avoid overcapping your charges and simply spam Frostbolt. On more than one target, your priority changes to look something like this. You'll want to Freezing Torrent to help generate orbs, before using Bursting Ice into double Ice Comet. If you don't have enough orbs prepped then it's okay, don't wait around to generate them before using Bursting Ice and instead just send it. You should be able to get at least one Ice Comet and a Cold Snap inside the Winter's Embrace window regardless. After that it's just the same as single target, avoid overcapping Cold Snap charges and just spam Frostbolt. The goal on AoE is to pull as many orbs as you can in between your Winter's Embrace windows so that you're able to Ice Comet back to back with the damage increase. Early on this will be harder to do because your orb generation will be lower, but just follow what I said and you'll be fine. With your cooldowns it's as simple as using CDs on CD. Ice Blitz, Winter's Blessing and Flight of the Nivea can be simply used whenever they are available, just before you Bursting Ice. Your ultimate Wrath of Winter doesn't really change how you play, it just enables you to do far more with what you have. Try to avoid overcapping orbs outside of Winter's Embrace windows and make sure to dump all of the orbs that you have before it's over. You want to do this to benefit from the increased damage. Be liberal with your spenders inside this cooldown because you'll have a ton to use. Outside of your damaging abilities you have a few extra buttons. These are Frost Ward, your personal defensive, Frigid Winds which is an AoE knockback and slow, and Winter's Blessing. Winter's Blessing will always be used in combination with your damage cooldowns as you benefit far more from the increased spirit and healing this way. The stat priority for Rime is this. Eye level is king, followed by haste, then expertise, then crit, and lastly spirit. Haste does everything you want as Rime. You'll be able to generate more Winter's Orbs, casting more of your big spenders. For gems, Topaz and Sapphire are pretty strong, but with how gem power works, I typically recommend putting all of your eggs in one basket later on. When it comes to legendaries, Rime has one that benefits our playstyle heavily. The boots increase our bursting ice duration by 2 seconds, increasing our Winter's Embrace window even more for even more damage. This will be your go-to. For weapons there are a couple of solid options, but your best in slot is going to be Asher's Chrono Shift Spire. On a mere 70-second cooldown, it provides you with massive CDR to everything, allowing you more access to your cooldowns, able to burst more often, and just do more damage. Relics are mostly just personal preference or group dependent since they are entirely utility focused. The only lock-in I'd say is Sin Binding Stone. It provides 15% damage reduction to yourself and allies for 15 seconds on a 3-minute cooldown. It's insane value, particularly on some of the harder bosses in the game. Your second option mostly comes down to what you value, have available, or just simply prefer. Feel free to test things out and see what you like. And there we have it. This was Method's Rime Guide. Thank you all for watching. If you found this useful, be sure to like and subscribe, and be sure to let us know your thoughts on Fellowship in the comments below. Much love friends, see you around.